This is something a little bit older, but it is not changed. So this is something that my friend Luke Oliver has been playing over at Rivals, and he found a little bit of success with pre-release of Drytron. I believe he even won a locals with this. And I know it's a little bit late to be covering this, but it's still frickin' Power Rangers, man. Alright, like, I gotta give it to this man. This man is one of the most dedicated Super Quantal players in the entire universe. I still can't tell you, with my peon-sized brain, how to even play this deck. I've watched this man play it before, and it's like poetry. So, he did find success with this, which is why we're back to covering this. There's been no formal updates to the list. It's Go Power Rangers time. So we have triple copies of Asha Blossom, Enjoy Spring, one copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops, one copy of the Doggeron, the Mad Flame Kaiju, two copies of Fantasty Boy, one copy of the Gamma Seal, one Kumamungus, two copies of the Parallel XE. This is actually kind of interesting. Triple copies of the Fairy Alphon. This is probably one of the best cards that they had going for them. The revealing the 3, adding, and then special summoning to the field is actually really good. Plus the dump off. We have triple copies of Mr. Blue Layer, two copies of the Green Layer, and then triple copies of Red Layer. Inherently green is the worst. We also have triple copies of the White Layer. You can send one non-light Super Quant monster from your hand or face up on the field, special summon this card from your hand. When this card is almost special summoned, you can send one Super Quant monster from your deck to the graveyard. And this card's attribute and level become the same as the Descent monster. This entire deck's gimmick is just Super Exceed, but we don't even really care about doing the Super Exceed anymore. Who needs to make super big giant boss monster when I have this guy? This guy fixes all my deck's problems. It's actually kind of cool. We have one copy of the Thunder King Strike Kaiju. And then we have one Dark Magician and one Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I know where this is going. You mean to tell me that I can make Dragoon in my deck? Yes, you can. What a shocker that is. We have one copy of the Double or Nothing. Oh, secondary win cons. Oh, that's cool. So we're up to 4 bricks so far, including the Red Eyes Fusion. Alright, we have the one copy of the Emergency Teleport. Yeah, he is Psychic. I forgot about that. I wish you were Psychic, but you're Fairy for some reason. We have triple copies of the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, so you can get the board wipe on the opponent. One copy of Mind Control, so you can move your opponent's threats out of the way. I mean, bring them over to your field and get them out of here. We have one for one Red Eyes Fusion, 2 copies of the Triple Tactics Talents, and then 2 copies of Twin Twister. Well, triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, wrapping up the main deck for this build. Extra deck down here, we have one Verte, one Link Karibo, one copy of the Phoenix, one Hida, and the one Boral Sword. And then we have the one Super White Megazord Lusterex. 2 level 7s to make it, cannot attack unless it has material. Once per turn, detach one material from this card and then target one effect monster on the field. Negate that face-up monster effects till the end of the turn. This is a quick effect if it has White Layer as material. And once per turn, you attach one Super Quant monster from your hand or field to this card as material. It's actually kind of cool. That thing gets big. This thing pops back row. Oh, I forgot what green does. Cannot attack unless it has material. Okay, that's fine. You can detach one material from this card, target one other face-up monster on field, change it to face-down defense position. This effect can be activated during either player's turn. If this card has super green layers and exceed material, and then once per turn you can attach a super quantum monster. Okay, so this just gets more materials. Yeah, we're literally just supering out Zeus through these 3 cards. That's cool. We have Utopia Double and Utopia, one Big Eye, one Chidori, one Zeus Machine, one copy of the Dark Dragoon, one Anantis. Side deck here with triple Lancia, one Scythe, 2 Droll Knockbird, triple Nibiru, 2 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Harvey's Feather Duster, and triple copies of Artifact Sanctum, wrapping up Luke Oliver's list for Bane. Like I said, I do think that this list is pretty freaking cool, man. Like, you gotta give this deck some credit where credit is due, at least in terms of innovation and cool ideas. Like, it's always a pleasure to see Super Quantals actually doing something. Alright, we also have a going second ABC list from another friend of mine. He actually revised this near the beginning of the format. He also has found success with this. The whole giant thing that you're still going to do with this deck is you're still going to capitalize on making Dragon Turd. Alright, so go second, break the opponent's board, and have a good old time. Huh. Alright, so we have triple copies of the A Assault Core, triple copies of the B Buster Drake, and triple copies of the C Crush Wyvern. Alright, so that's your basic engine. We all got that check. We also have the triple copies of the Galaxy Soldier, the one copy of the Photon Orbital, so you can go search for the Galaxy Soldier. It's pretty cool, right? You guys like that? We have the triple copies of the Psyframe Gamma, one copy of the Corobane, the 2 copies of the Union Driver, and the 1 copy of Psyframe Driver. So just free extender here, by the way. Alright, so we have triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Lightning Storm, 1 copy of Monster Reborn, triple copies of Pot of Desires. You are literally going to just ram your opponent as hard as you can with your deck. Like, I wish that I could say that there was a much better, easier way to do this, but you just ram. Right? Like, that's your life goal. We have 1 Set Rotation, 1 Terraforming, 1 Trickstar Light Stage, triple copies of the Unauthorized Reactivation, triple copies of Union Hanger, and 1 copy of Upstart Goblin, wrapping up the main deck here. Extra deck here, we have 1 Union Carrier, 1 Aurora Dom, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 Barricade Borg Blocker, the 1 Access Code, 1 copy of this Light Dragon Attic Nester. That's kind of cute. We have 1 copy of the AA Zeus, 1 Nova and 1 Infinity, 1 Pleiades with the 1 Psyframe Lord Omega, and triple copies of the Dragon Turd. And then, let's see here. Side deck here, we have 1 Alpha, triple copies of Ash Blossom, 1 Pankratops, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, triple copies of Evenly Matched, 1 Imperial Order, and triple copies of Summon Limit, wrapping up. I'm basically going to break your board deck. You literally just slam second with this and pray for the best. And if things don't really go your way, I guess you just kind of pick up your cards and walk away. But that's kind of how that feels with anything, especially oriented like this. I guess you could try Dark Dragoon in here for the Verte, but that is really up to you. Alright, other options, I guess, are always a thing, so let's take a 500 IQ wizard to know 2 monsters equal Dragoon. Alright, this was something else I had. So, a while back on stream, we actually played Pure Numeron versus Pure Numeron, and this was another list that I saw that had success out there. Now, albeit a little bit later of success. So, this entire deck's machine, or issue, what it wants to do, you draw 4 cards, you make Zaxel, you go second OTK your opponent. It is not a 500 IQ deck by any stretch of the imagination. You hand your opponent a Kaiju, you OTK them. It's very simple stuff. The fact that the Numeron engine still exists for the sole purpose of OTKing the opponent out of literal left field is kind of a sad thing, but its existence is interesting. Nonetheless, it's definitely been pushed down to a lower tier too, though. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 2 copies of DD Crow, 2 copies of Effect Veiler. You can address these with Skullmeisters or Ghost Bells, whichever you feel that you want to push. The good thing is these slots right here are interchangeable for other hand traps based on your format experience. 2 copies of Gamma Seal, the Sea Turtle Kaiju, triple copies of the Numeron Wall, triple copies of the Planet Pathfinder, attributing to set up our field spell, but of course. 1 Called by the Grave, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, triple copies of Memories of Hope, because we want to draw 4 cards. Alright, I want to draw my Red Reboot, I want to draw my Metaverse. I almost want to see a Mystic Mind in this deck, just so that you can stall out your opponent even more. We have triple copies of the Numeron Calling, triple copies of the Numeron Network, 1 Avarice. We can recycle our 5 pieces. Oh my gosh, think about that. You blow through your pieces, you look at your opponent and go, nah, I want to draw some more cards. You just recycle them back. We have 1 Raigeki, 1 Terraforming, 1 Upstart, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, 1 Metaverse, and 1 Red Reboot. Extra deck here we have 1 Megaclops, 2 Zexel, 1 Numeron Gate Sunya, triple copies of Kadviri, triple copies of Trini, 2 copies of Devi, and then triple copies of Ekam, wrapping up your chunk of deck profiles for interesting concepts that I've had on the back burner so far. So, what do you guys think about this information? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on more excellent content, and I'll see your beautiful faces later on in the day. Peace out, guys, and make sure you stay safe out there. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCo40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCO40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcogames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.